In this first look video from InfluenceWP, we are checking out a WordPress plugin called Woo Membership Gifting. This is going to allow you to purchase a membership and then share that membership with other users on that same website. So maybe you have multiple team members. You make the purchase as a team leader, for example, and then share that membership out with other members of your team. Before we poke around the website here a bit and then look at the actual solution together, just a quick bit of housekeeping. First look videos cover products and services we have no prior experience with. They show vendors how new users experience their website, product, and services for the very first time. These videos are unedited, high-level introductions that are not paid for, they're not sponsored, and there are no affiliate links. If you'd like videos like this or other types of videos created for your business, go to influencewp.com/partners and request your free lifetime partner membership. And we thank Billy Plugins, who is the vendor behind Woo Membership Gifting, for being a partner. If you go over to InfluenceWP, find that deal section, do a search for Woo Membership Gifting, you'll find an exclusive deal. And Billy Plugins also has a number of other plugins deals listed over on our site. All right, let's poke around the website here a bit. I've got a bit of constructive criticism for this vendor. Not trying to be mean or anything like that. Again, just constructive criticism to help the partner, our partner, and the vendor in this case, convert more customers. Get more customers, have more of a trustworthy presence, that sort of thing. Again, just constructive criticism. Something that I noticed here. One thing you'll notice right off the bat, just design, a little bit of design recommendations. We see a big wasted opportunity up here in the hero section. Maybe we bring that video right here, right up into that hero section. That's debatable too, because you think about performance. There's not a lot going on this particular page, so it may not be an issue. But when you talk about like lazy loading YouTube embedded YouTube videos and things like that, that becomes a bit hairy. But just the main message here is maximizing this space somehow, however the vendor decides to do that. I just think there's an opportunity there. I will say too that if you look at this page in mobile view, it looks fine. It's just on desktop, there's a huge opportunity there. Also, and more importantly, there's no changelog. So if you look at this page, there's no changelog anywhere. Have a changelog. When you have that changelog, have not only the release date, release version numbers, but the release date, so people can correspond those. When you don't have a changelog, I just mentioned this on X Twitter the other day. If you don't have a changelog with the dates to go along with the version numbers, it sends negative signals. It's like you're hiding something. Okay, it could mean a number of things that you're trying to hide, but we won't get into that. But it's just have that changelog, have the dates to go along with the version numbers. The last thing I'll mention here is documentation. I had to watch this video right here before I did the video I'm doing right now. Not a huge deal, but there are people out there that prefer just to be able to quickly glance at written instructions and get where they need to go. So I would offer a written version. There are very simple AI tools, for example, where you can punch in the URL for this video on YouTube and it will create the instructions for you. So that's something that you can look into if you're short on time or whatever the case may be. So again, just a bit of constructive feedback for the vendor in this case. There's just a few very, very easy wins that you can have to look even more trustworthy to potential customers. Okay, so because all I had was the video to go by, I'm just gonna try to do this by memory. I think we'll be okay there. I guess actually another thing to mention, the features. So if we go back to plugins, the features listed, gift membership to others and email notification. I think I would elaborate on the features because there's more than just what's listed here from watching the video. Okay. Get off my soapbox there. Here we have a WordPress website, test site. We have WooCommerce and WooCommerce memberships enabled. The Woo Membership Gifting plugin is essentially an add-on to the WooCommerce memberships plugin. So that's why we have all three of these going here. All right. Under products, I have a simple product. Under WooCommerce memberships and membership plans, I'm saying if you purchase the simple product, we are going to grant you a pro membership. Okay. That pro membership is going to grant you access to posts. So if you are not a pro member, you cannot see any of the posts on this particular website. Let's go ahead and test that out. So I'm here on not logged in. Let's go to the blog. Let's go to Hello World, which is our test post in this case. And we see here, we cannot access any post because we have not purchased that simple product. Okay, let's hypothetically say, I'm going to log out here. Let's hypothetically say that I am your team leader. You've got multiple people on our team. Maybe I'm the purchaser of the team. I hold all the access to the accounts and whatnot. I come over here to this site. I go to shop. This is probably going to be called something else, but let's just pretend I'm going to buy this. And I know this is going to grant me access to what I'm trying to get, which is the posts. Okay. Place the order. Go to my account area, find the memberships area. And here we go. So I am now an active member and it's saying I have access to the posts. All right. Looking in the back end, if we go to orders, we see that the order is completed. If we go to memberships, we see my membership is created. Now I am doing this from the point of view of the admin of this site just for the purposes of this video. So but just pretend I was the team leader and I made this purchase. Okay. I now go into the My Account area again and I go to Manage. Okay. Now I want to grant access to a member of my team and I've already got an account. So I'm just going to type that in. That person on my team, their name is Test. Okay. I'm not going to hit submit yet because I just remembered something that we need to look at. Going back over here into the settings of Woo membership gifting, we have the option to enable email notifications. So we tick this box. We can change our subject if we want. We also have at our disposal some shortcodes if we want to build up the content of the emails a certain way. Okay. But let's just roll with the defaults. I'm going to save my changes there. Okay, so now when I click submit here, the user based on this setting is going to get notified that they were granted access. Okay, I hit submit. I'm not sure if it worked. It did. Okay, so another bit of feedback is a confirmation message here. So let's go back to settings, make sure we don't have that. Yeah, okay, so Bunty, if you're watching this, I think there should be a confirmation message in here somewhere. I apologize if it is here and I'm just not seeing it because of some colors, but that's like actually another issue. I don't think it's here anywhere, but I think there does need to be a confirmation that it was sent. Okay, you don't have to obviously confirm that it was successfully received or anything like that because you have no control, but just say that it was sent, right? Looking over in my email, this is what I received. Hi, so-and-so gave you access to a pro membership. Click here to manage your membership. So I'm going to copy that link. The only reason I'm not clicking on it is because I'm actually logged in to my default browser and I don't want it to mess with that. So let's go back to this browser where I'm not logged in. Drop this in. Okay, now I'm going to log in with my account. Test. There we go. And we see that I am granted that membership even though I wasn't the one that purchased it. All right. And it shows the same information, what I am allowed to view. Let's go ahead and see if we can view that post. There we go. Super, super cool stuff. Super slick plugin. Again, with that constructive criticism, I want the website to match how awesome this plugin is. I want it make the two match up because the plugin is really, really great. And then the constructive criticism as far as when you submit that access for somebody, when you grant them access, maybe some sort of a confirmation box that says that that was sent off to somebody. Okay, one more thing to show you before we go, and that is under WooCommerce in memberships. Again, I'm trying to do this from memory. Membership plans. Here we go. So you can limit the number of accounts. Okay. So if we set this to 1, for example, let's save that. And let's say we create another user, call this test2. Let's go ahead and we'll put a password on this in case we need it in the future. There we go. Now, if we come back in here again and we try to add another user to this, it should block us. So let's go ahead and refresh this. There we go. See the message? You can only select one item. So let's go back there. Let's make this 2, update. Try this again. Looks like we have to refresh. Let's refresh. Submit. There we go. And again, that confirmation, we want a confirmation message there. Very, very cool. All right, guys, that is it. Woo membership. Let's go back there. Let's make sure I got it right. Woo gifting. I always want to say sharing. Woo membership gifting. Come over to InfluenceWP, go to the deals, do a search for gifting, for example. There you go. Grab that exclusive deal. Woo membership gifting. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.